Hey everyone, welcome to another video by Pythonpool. In this video, we'll be seeing a simple calculator in Python. So let's see our demo program, how it will look like. It will be like something like this, where we will calculate our expressions according to our needs, like this, and will give the accurate result. It is a basic calculator, and we'll be creating this one. It is not so hard to code. It is very basic and it is very easy to implement our idea. So let's see how it will be created. Let me create a file, name it as practice.py. Okay, so we'll be using tkinter for the GUI, and that's only module we'll be using today. So let's import that module. Import tkinter as tk, and from tkinter import star. Let's create an interpreter instance. Root equals to tk, and let's terminate that instance. Root.main loop. Perfect. Now let's give a geometry to our application. Let's give it a geometry. Let's give it 330 cross 300. That would be perfect for our today's application. And of course a name to our application, root.title. Let's call it basic PyCal. Let's call it this one, and of course a background color. So root dot config what, config background, and should be black. Perfect. Let's see how our windows look like. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, all our front-end stuff would be placed in this window. So for placing the front-end stuff, let's create a function. Let's name it create widgets. And once we call this function, we need to define this function. Let's define this function here. Def create widgets. First of all, we need a text label, so it will provide the basic information about our application. Let's make that one. Let me label to where, label to root, should have a text. Let's see, let's say welcome to calculator or welcome to calc app, and let's give a background color. So let me give it background as E8D579. That's my background. You are free to use your own or this itself as you wish. So let's provide the grid. Let's place this label. So we'll be providing column span today, so we don't want any of our styling to be deferred because of this label. So we'll be providing column span. Let it give 4 column span, so it will cover all the 4 columns. And let inner padding, that is label will be spread on all over the window, but the text should be centered. So text should have the inner padding from the label. So let's give it 100, and let's give whole padding, pad y should be like 5. Let's see how it looks. It looks perfect. Okay, so now let's give an entry. Let's say equation entry. So it will contain all our equations. Equation entry, it is an entry, of course. Enter to where, enter to root. It should have a text variable. Let's give it equation. And once we define this text variable, we need to, once we created this text variable, so we need to define that. So let's define it here. Equation should be of string var type. Perfect. Let's place this entry box. So equation entry dot grade, grade should be, let's say, column span. So with the same column span, let's give 4, and let's give iPadX. Okay, we don't need to give iPadX, but so let's give pady as 5 or 2. Let's give 2. Okay, now we'll be creating all the buttons, button 1, button 2, button 3, that would have the text 1, 2, 3, and all the numbers, all the add functions, and all brackets, clear all clear. So we'll be creating that one. So let me create first button. Let me name it as button 1. It is a button, of course. Button to pair, button to root, and of course it should have a text. Let's give the text as 1 right now. Okay, it should have a command, of course. Let's give the command as blank because we don't have any function right now. And it should have a width. Let's keep it small today because width shouldn't be so large like our normal buttons, because we have only buttons. Most of the Tkinter window is filled with buttons, so we'll use the small width and we'll prefer that one. Of course, a width and a background color. So let me give it 05 E8 E0. That's my color. You are free to choose it or choose your own one. Now let's place this button 1. Button 1 dot grid should be at let's say row 2, second row, and let me give it as column 0. Column, not column span. Column should be 0, and let me give pad y 5. Let's see how it looks. Okay, it looks perfect, but we need to increase this width. So width of our grid should be increased. Okay, I'm giving it a we can use iPadX also, so it will increase the width. Let's see if it increases the width. Yeah, it increases the width. We need all the same amount of width that we gave to this label, so it increases the width. And now our buttons and everything's look fine. So I don't want to create every time the button, so I'll copy this button and let's change the text for that button. So okay, I'm ready with all the buttons I need. I need button 2, button 3, so for giving the 1, 2, 3 as a text, and also I need plus, minus, multiply, divide buttons, and clear and all clear buttons, decimal, bracket open, bracket close, and equal button. So I'm ready with all the buttons. Now I'll be proceeding with the commands of these buttons, and I have placed these buttons accordingly. You need to place it accordingly. I don't think it would generate any problem. Let's see how it looks right now. It looks perfect, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So now we'll be declaring one function for inserting all the buttons in this entry box. So that would be same function for all the buttons that we want to insert in that entry box, like button 1, 2, 3, 1 to 0, and for the add 1, minus, multiply, divide, we need to add these buttons, add these expressions to the entry box. So we'll be providing same function for that one. So I'll name my function as press. So let's create that function, def press, and it will take a string which is being pressed. It will take that string, and what it will do, it will have one string, empty string. So let's define that empty string. Let is name as expression. It is our empty string, and we'll define this empty string globally here. So global expression, and what it will do, it will add this string coming from the button. It will add that string to this expression, and it will, our equation variable would be set to that expression. So what it will do, expression should be equals to expression plus string of number. It will add this, and what it will do, it will set this entry variable, equation variable, to this expression. How will set that? That equation dot set should be what? Should be expression. So let's see how it looks. Let's give the command here, and we'll be using same function for many of the buttons, so we'll be using lambda property of Python today. I assume you are all favorable with lambda, so let's see what it will take. It will take a parameter list and expression. So what we give a function name, that is press, and what we want to press, we want to press 1 when it presses the button 1. Same with all buttons. So let's copy it from here. Let's just copy it. Let's just give it Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. From the 0, and we also want add button here. We'll be changing this one. We'll change accordingly. We want in subtract button, we want in multiply button, we want in divide button, but we don't want in clear button, not clear or button, but we want in divide decimal button. Bracket open also and bracket close also. In equal button we'll be calculating the result, so we don't want this lambda function there. So now let's change the result accordingly. So I've changed all the texts and all the parameters, and we were missing something. We were missing this colon after the lambda, so I've added that one too. So that's it. Let's see how our program looks and works. Let me press the 1, so it inserts the 1, 1, 2, 3. It inserts the add button 4, 5, 6. Okay, it works perfectly fine for every button. Okay, it works perfectly fine. Perfect. So now let's define another 3 functions, that is one for clear, one for clear all, and one for this equal buttons. So let's define the clear function for that one. Let me define clear function here, and what it will do, it will slice the string from the end, slice the first character from the end. So when user presses clear, it will delete the last letter of the expression. So we'll import this global expression, and what we will do, we will slice this expression from the end. So I assume you are familiar with the basic of string slicing. So expression and colon of -1, so it will slice it from the back, from the end, and what we'll do, we'll set this expression to the equation once again. So equation dot set what, set expression. So let's see if it works. Let's give the command to our button. Let's give it here clear. Let's hit save. Let's see if it works. Let me give 888 or 48. Let me call this clear. It worked perfectly fine. Now what we'll do, we'll activate this all clear function. So we'll create all clear function for that one. Let's create a function all clear. Once again, what we need to do, we need to call this globally, and this time our expression should be set to blank. Our expression should be blank. Nothing should be there in my application. So our expression. And once again, we need to set this equation dot set what, set expression here. Let's give the command. Let's see if it works. All clear. Let's hit save. Let's run our program. Let's give everything, anything. Okay, it works perfectly fine. Now our basic logic, that calculating the result, is left, and we'll be using string function for that one, string calculate function, string evaluate function for that one. So let's define it here. Let me call the function as calculate, sorry, and what it will, okay, so if there is any error in our expression, it should not evaluate that one, and it should not print that error to the console. So we'll be using try except blocks for that one. So try is generally the success block. So we'll import this expression globally here. So global what, global expression, and what we will do with this expression, we'll try this. What we will do, we'll call this string function, and we'll call this evaluate function there, and it will evaluate the expression. which of the signs are present in this expression, it would be evaluated accordingly, and we'll store this result in a variable named as total. So we'll store this result in this variable, and we'll set our equation window to this total variable. So equation dot set, so we'll set our equation to total. Okay, and once we are done with this, we will also empty our expression. So when user wants to calculate once again, so it will start with the very beginning, that empty expression. So it is the success block. If it is not if we didn't succeed in our program, what we will do, so we will handle all our errors in this except blocks. So whatever the error is, we want to do print the error there, error string there actually. So equation dot set should be error. Okay, and expression should be nullified once again. So expression should be nullified once again, and let's see if it works. Let's give the command here. Let's give calculate here. Let's see if it works. Let me add 225 plus bracket 5 according to BODMAS 5 10. Oh sorry, 5 into 0, not all. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. 25 plus, let's give the bracket, let's give 5 into 2. Let's close this bracket and let's see if it does. Okay, it does the answer. It 5 into 2 is 10, and 25 plus 10 is 35. Perfect. Our application is working perfectly fine. So that's it from this video. Thank you. Have a great day ahead.